just making excuses.
Hello, hello, hello. This is RedSeal. Welcome to another late night with RedSeal, the talk show where you learn about anybody and everybody in the Twitch streaming content creating community. I'm here tonight with a special guest that I have. You guys remember when you were 15 years old, what you were doing at that time? I do. I was, checking out girls. I was asking my parents to take me to the movies, babysitting my sister. On the other hand, I got this individual here who we'll get to why you can't actually see him on the face here in a minute, but Scars is my guest tonight, and he's 15. He's running his own esports team, which is funded. They got sponsors, they got jerseys. It's insane. So I want to welcome all of you because I'm not going to steal his story here. I want him to tell you the story. I want to welcome everybody, Scars Flaming. Say hello. Yep. How's it going, man? How are you?
I'm doing good, out here in middle of nowhere.
So why are you out in the middle of nowhere?
Well, right now, I am at a family reunion, and we're at a campground in the middle of farm country.
Farm country. And yeah, you were telling me that you would be saying you're out there looking at the stars, but instead, what you checking out over there?
Well, I mean, the moment, let me climb up here. At the moment, I'm looking at a bunch of prison lights.
So you're camping by a prison?
Yeah, they built a prison basically in between this big corn and bean field in a town.
Wow. That is insane. Well, hopefully your camping trip doesn't get spoiled by some escape artist or whatever. But
it did a couple years ago. It's okay.
So yeah, you guys can check out that's why we're not doing video, because we're hoping that his connection's good enough just to do the voice today. If I wouldn't, I told him, I was like, if I would have known you were camping, we could have rescheduled it to me. He was pumped up to be here. I was excited to have him on because I think he's going to definitely have an interesting story for us all. So why don't we just get into it, man? How did you become Scars Flaming?
Okay, well, started Christmas of, I want to say 2012 or 2013, whenever the PS4 was coming out. And I asked for a PS3 for Christmas. My grandma got me one, went home, and I didn't know what to name myself. So I went for the PlayStation name generator, and it gave me a Flaming Tiger 3323. And that kind of stuck, so I kept it. And then I got interested in Black Ops 2 whenever it was still the current Call of Duty. And, got known to teams like FaZe and New Team Caliber and all the competitive teams that are out there now. And my friend was like, yo, you should try to find a team for us. And I was like, okay. So I hit up one of my friends on PlayStation. He's from the UK. And I was like, yo, you down to start a team? So he was like, yeah, why not? So, I came up with the logo, the name, whatever. He just took spot as co-owner. And we were kind of just, thinking of a unique name that hasn't been taken. And it actually started out as Scars Gaming. And we were a trick shotting and sniping team. But as I got more into competitive, I changed it over to Scars Esports. And yeah, that's where I am today with a couple competitive teams.
Now you fast forward through a lot of that. So you started gaming, and then you immediately jumped into the esports, or what was your first game that you played?
First game
that you ever played? What started this whole you becoming a gamer?
Okay, first game. Well, if we go back to when I was a little kid, I had Game Boy and PlayStation 2. I really liked the racing games, and then fast forward to 2013 when I got my PlayStation 3, I started off playing Modern Warfare 3, and I got really good at that. a casual pub stomper, not dropping a game. So I would say probably for competitive anyways, I started playing Modern Warfare 3 as my first game.
Wow. Okay. That is awesome. Now, do you stream when you're playing games?
Um, yeah, I try to. Uh, I always try to, 2 or 3 days a week because I get off. I work every day but Saturday or Sunday and Monday, 11 to 7. So I get home and I'm like exhausted, but I still try to pump out a stream every other day.
So you're 15 and you have a regular job. And
Oh
what?
yes, yes. I work at a cell phone store, so
Okay.
I fixed basically anything on a phone, screens, charging ports, whatever you can think of on a phone, I know how to fix it. And it's also a multi-carrier for phone companies, and that means that um, we do like Boost Mobile, Virgin Mobile, and like a bunch of different phone companies. So
Wow. And then after that, you come home and you're running a team, or you're out there trying to promote either yourself or your team and stuff. That is insane. At the age of 15, I don't even think
yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about jobs at that time. That is so. I guess that's signs of a hustler, man. Like you're definitely hustling right now. So
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd have to give that to my mom though, because she started off working as 13, and she was like, "Well, you're not gonna sit around and do nothing, so
wow,
find a job."
kind of pushed you into getting start working early. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what games do you got? Well, what games do you play? And then like we can get into what games the actual esports teams is involved in.
Well, right now I am hooked on H1Z1, CS:GO, and Rust. So I built my computer probably 6 or 7 months ago, and I just got hooked on PC games. So mainly like almost any PC game you can name, I love to play.
Okay, nice. So do you like the survival? Have you tried any of the other survival games, or like now you said H1? Is that the survival part, or is that the King of the Kill?
Uh, I like playing both. I mean, it's King of the Kill. Like if I don't have like a bunch of people to play with, I like playing it. But I prefer the survival just because you can have more fun and mess around.
Yeah, definitely. DayZ was my first one that I ever did.
Yeah, Daisy. My friend bought it for me probably 2 weeks ago, and I was like, he was like, get on. I was like, okay. I didn't. It could have been better.
Well, now people
Let's
are
just
like
say that.
RPing in it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So you just do those games now. Do your parents know this other lifestyle on the internet that you're doing right now?
Well, let me sit down for this one. This one's a little bit of a story.
All right.
So my mom, yes, I mean she knows to an extent of what I'm doing. My stepdad, he knows more of it because I can sit down and talk to him because he loves playing video games too. Um, but my mom, she's like, yeah, you can do it, like, but at the end of the day, I'm not sure if she really, believes that I can make it somewhere. So she always like if I mention something about, like I want to get a team house started, like, at least an apartment where everybody can pitch in a little bit. And she's just like, oh no, you're going to college, you're still going to get a degree. I'm like, I know I am.
Uh-oh. I think he put us on hold. Bear with us here. Bear with us. You back? Hello? Scars? Scars? Come in, Scars. Come in, Scars. Hey, you there? Uh-oh. Sounds like it, man. It definitely sounds like it. Call ended. Maybe he'll call us back, but yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Okay, I don't know what the heck just happened,
It's
but
okay. You're in the woods, man. And we're still doing this. Don't worry.
anyways, um, yeah, but I mean, my mom, she pushes me for college, like, say 2 or 3 times a week. So I think that she knows what I'm doing, but doesn't know the extent of it. And then my dad, I mean, I'm like, barely talk to him. He's not really, he's been in my life, but like he's been in and out of jail and, prison so many times for the lifestyle that he lives. So, I mean, I talk to him a little bit, but, I don't tell him what I do and what kind of level it's on.
Okay. Yeah, you also said that your grandma's involved in this and kind of. What's her perspective on this?
I mean, she's always supported me. Like I played baseball for 8 years, and she always supported me through that and, through school. She supported me like whatever I do. So I mean, when I go home and talk to her, I know she doesn't know what I'm talking about, but she'll still support me over it. So she's probably like one of my number one supporters, I would say.
Yeah, all grandmas are pretty awesome, man. Do you have any siblings or is it just you?
Um, well, I have my sister and then I have my brother. My sister is from my mom, and then my brother, my dad had a kid with somebody else, so it's like kind of half brother. And technically I have a bunch of other siblings, but I don't know them because somebody doesn't know how to stop having babies. So yeah, I would say I would say in total I probably have like 6 or 7 brothers and sisters.
Okay. Now, are you close to any of them? Like, are they into gaming and stuff too, or?
My little brother, yeah. I mean, he doesn't, game as much anymore. Like he loves playing GTA 5, but my dad recently moved out onto like a farm because he wanted to get away from the city and, try to get clean and everything. So without the internet, he's not really into it anymore. My sister, I mean, she loves playing Roblox on her phone and everything. So I'd say that she's a little bit into it.
Nice. And do you have any other type of like extracurricular activities? I mean, you sound really busy, so I don't even expect to like that you have anything else. But do you have time to fit in anything else that just for fun or?
Well, I really love video editing and graphic design. So over the course of the past year and a half, maybe, I taught myself completely how to taught myself Photoshop, how to design jerseys, YouTube banners, anything you can think of. I can put it on my computer and make it on my computer. And, that took a lot of my time. And then video editing, I'm still picking that up, but that's still like another extra thing that I have on my plate. And then uh I also am starting to learn coding. So I mean I would say that's three extra activities right there on top of 2 jobs.
So this jersey that we're looking at right now, you designed that?
Yes, I
That
actually did. I
is
have
amazing.
about 4 different models on my phone of it, and we kind of just had a vote and picked the all black one.
Yeah, that's definitely cool. I was like thinking you got it all like professionally done, and like if you were outsourcing that stuff, and here you're doing it all yourself. Insane.
Yeah, it took a little bit,
Yeah, it took me like years to learn Photoshop, and I still don't know everything about it. But that's
Oh yeah,
awesome.
I went into photo. I go to an art school now in high school. I'm about to be in 10th grade. And I transferred to that school. And there's a Photoshop class. We called it social media because we learned how to make a website too. And I went in there. We were probably 4, 5 weeks into the school year, and I went in day one. The teacher's like, "Do you know anything about Photoshop?" I was like, yeah, I know probably everything you'll teach in this class. And from that day on, I helped. I was like a second teacher, basically.
That's crazy. Yeah, like they say that the average person who knows, like that uses Photoshop, only knows about 20% of what it can do. How nuts is that?
That sounds about right.
Insane what it can do. Like I'm kind of in the like the one of the my coworkers out there saying he wishes he could do a website. That's actually what I do for a day job is I build like websites and stuff. So I definitely know the that side of it. Like, and now you're learning coding on top of it all. It's mad props to you, man. Like you're like such a go getter. I'm just kind of floored at all the stuff you're taking right now. It's just I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, it's definitely a bunch of late nights, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, whenever I have to get up at 10 o'clock and get ready for work, or 9 o'clock sometimes.
So do you have like much like free time like to even spend on like gaming, or is that all your free time kind of like consumed by the esports team?
Um, I would say about 95% of my free time is consumed in esports. There are somebody's getting pulled over. Anyway, there are, about 5% of my free time that I actually can take and say, okay, I'm gonna do something I enjoy for fun. Not saying I don't enjoy, you know, my esports thing, but like, I might sit down and edit some videos for fun that I'll never put out, or, just go and play with my friends, or um, sometimes it's forced to be away from my esports. Like probably 3 months ago now, my uncle passed, and I had to drop everything, drop school, whatever, and I had to leave. I had to go out of town, leave, and that's kind of one of the times wherever it's forced that my free time does not consist of esports.
Yeah, it's tough. Those type of situations definitely. I mean, it's good to take a break away, but for the reason that you're doing it is it's kind of more of a downer, and it's almost like sometimes you want to get back into what you left just to kind of get that other stuff off your mind.
Yeah, and I mean it definitely took a deep turn. Like, I mean, when I came back, I started talking to my school counselor. We had an intern counselor from Ohio State University. So I started talking to her at least once or twice a week, and then, you know, just had thoughts, cried, depression, and I mean, but I mean, at the end of the day, you got to stay strong for your family and got to be able to move on.
It's crazy. I mean, it's almost like some of this stuff that keeps you so busy actually keeps you in line. Like just stay focused on the right stuff that you should be focused on.
Yeah.
And mad props, man. Like it's crazy. So, um, how big is the Scars esports team? How many people you got on that?
Um, you know, I think last time I counted, we have about around 15 to 20 members. We still have, of course, we have the sniping and, just pub people. And then we have three esports Call of Duty players. We have four streamers and a bunch of, just other people. We have a couple of captains for other games, and a couple other, like, just members that are there to support us.
Huh? All right. And like, what's like the average age for all you guys? Because it tends to be like esports teams tend to be like more younger. I mean, I think I'm like more than twice your age, so it's crazy the amount of stuff that you're doing and accomplishing. Because in the esports world, I all I did was manage a team, and then it kind of just fizzled out. So like you're just blowing that out of the water. But yeah,
I
like,
mean,
what's the average age for you guys?
all right. Well, I mean, we got a 13-year-old. We got a couple 15-year-olds, which one of them are me. We got probably like 4 or 5 of them. So I'd say the average age would be in the maybe 18-year-old range, because we do have a couple over 20 members, and then we have one that's turning 20 this year. So
Okay.
we're really all over the place, because I honestly, being a 15-year-old, I'm told, oh, you can't do this. You're not allowed to do this. Like, you're 15, you can't manage a team. You can't do all this.
Yeah.
So I kind of allow, however old you are, I kind of allow them to come in, and like I kind of shelter them from the harsh side of the esports community.
Yeah, it could be definitely harsh. That is, I mean, I I honestly think that like somebody should be doing that to you, and here you are doing it for other people. Like, I'm
Yeah, I
floored right
mean,
now.
I've had uh I've had a team. He's like one of my friends now, but another team owner who has like offered me a spot. He's like, "Yo, listen, come being owner with me, because there's three owners for this team. It's called ELG. I don't know if anybody's heard of them, but he's basically like, come being owner. The two other owners that we have, they don't do anything for us. I'm the only one who puts in money, deals with everything. We need a manager, so drop your team, do whatever with them, and come be with me." I'm kind of like, I love the offer, but I kind of got far enough, and I don't, you can't give up, like,
Yeah, of
just because there's a team with a better offer.
course. Do you find it hard for people to actually like take you seriously because of your age?
Uh, yeah, I do. Um, I mean, whenever I reach out to older players, like, we're still trying to find one for our LAN event that's coming up in August that we're attending. Um, People will be like, how old are you? And I'm like, well, I'm 15. And they're just like, oh, never mind, man. Like, I had this one kid say, thanks for the offer, but, I'm going to see what happens with these bigger offers I got from bigger teams. I'm like, okay. So definitely a lot of people, just because I'm 15, they push me away. And then, I kind of have to push back to get them to, see what I can do and acknowledge what I can do. Cause like, I had a Gears of War team, all five people, you know, they already said, okay, well, we can pay for, the travel. They knew I was 15, and then kind of got swooped up by another team because I can't get an actual sponsor to help pay for anything, or like, do anything important.
Crazy. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't like, oh no, you're not going to come on my show. I was just like, whoa, 15, and all right, let's get this guy's story. So, do you guys actually like? I know that you said that you were funded. Like, actually, how is your esports team funded? Is it like through sponsors and stuff, or
Right now we are funded kind of through a trial period. One of my COD pros, the restaurant he works at, he recently got promoted to manager, and I was like, okay, well, now's a chance to try to get something. See if, the worst they can say is no. But he went and proposed, okay, well, we'll give you 20% of our winnings, but you need to pay for hotels, jerseys, and travel. So, and they've kind of just came back and say, okay, well, we'll pay for this LAN, and if you guys place good, then we'll keep funding you. So like right now, we're kind of temporarily funded, but I still go about as being funded.
okay? And yeah, now you mentioned an event. Like, what kind of event is it that you guys are doing? Is
Um,
an upcoming one?
yeah, it's for this. It's a pretty small, kind of local for me. It's about 2 hours south of Columbus, Ohio, where I live. Um, but it's for this like company. It's called Complex Esports, and they're having a Call of Duty 4v4 LAN on August 12th. So, and it's God, another person getting pulled over. But it's just a small event. It's probably at most 14 teams. I
Is there
mean,
any type?
and
Is it
oh,
like? Is there any way that like people can like see how you guys are doing? Like, is it going to be on Twitch or is it going to be maybe on some?
um,
I know esports is starting to show its way into ESPN. It's like 2 or 3 or
um, I think I might be wrong because I mean they did release a couple like videos which looked like they were streaming, but I believe it's gonna be streamed on Twitch. And they have like 2 or 3 broadcasters who are gonna be broadcasting for the duration of the event.
nice. Well, definitely. Like if you have any of that info, shoot that over to you to me, like because I know you're gonna kind of be busy, but I'd like to push that out for you guys and like if anybody wants to keep up with you, see how you
Yeah,
guys are doing.
I'll definitely send you the Twitch link to their Twitch channel.
Sweet, sweet. Let's see. So you guys like in any leagues and stuff? Like I remember whenever I first joined a clan and we were playing games and we actually got in like the only league that there was at the time. I don't know if you remember a game called Medal of Honor Allied Assault. But
Yeah, like I used to play that game.
so that was like my first competitive game, I guess you can say, and we used to play in I forgot what it was. It might have been ESL at the time. But you guys are in any type of leagues like that?
I mean, currently no, just because I'm kind of before I throw them to play against any like into any league, I want the time to be able to do team building. So us having the 3 members, I mean, I'm probably gonna be the fourth, but I want them to be able to team build and, at least be together before a month or maybe a little bit less, so then they know how each other play and can communicate before I throw them into anything that could either win us money or lose us money.
Okay. And you say team building, you guys like doing type of like what do you do for team building? You guys go on like trips or something or play
um
other than just playing games, is there anything outside of, the mouse and keyboard that you like to do as a team?
I mean, really, since I mean we are like kind of all over the place, we are planning a trip, just something small, just to like go out and get to know each other more and personal. But as of right now, like we'll do certain things wherever we get into a Skype call or a Discord call, and we'll just sit and kind of talk and get to know each other and like get to know each other's personalities and everything like that.
Nice. Yeah, it's like the camaraderie, right? Like it's almost like a family building type thing.
Yeah, and that's what we advertise as like our. So give me 1 second.
Oh, good.
Our if I can pull it up.
Just don't watch out for wildlife. Don't step in any holes. Careful out there, man.
Crap. Pull up the page really quick because we advertise as a family. That's how I put it as. That's how I want to be seen. And we go. This is what we usually put on everything. It says Scars Esports is a semi-pro multi-game organization founded in 2013. At Scars Esports, we strive to be the best and beat the best, and we are a family whose bond cannot be broken. So that's what I advertise as a family, because that's what I want each other and everybody on the team to feel like, they can turn to any member and be able to talk to them about something that they can't talk to their parents or family about in real life.
Crazy. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the best approach that you can do, like the family thing, man. Because the bigger the bond you have, the better those guys are gonna. You watch each other's back in game, maybe in real life type thing. Sysmin13 says a 15-year-old who worries about team building. This kid is awesome.
I mean, you gotta be able to know how to approach things.
Yeah, a lot of people gave you props for the design. I'm just gonna go back and read some of the comments that we've had while we've been chatting. Chrome Ember You might know who he is. He's saying that
Hey, that's my homie right there. That's my lead stream director.
nice. He's like saying that you're a really outgoing person, which we could definitely tell by just the chat that we've had. Evil Squid 66 said he wished he knew how to make a website. At 15, he didn't even know where. Well, he wasn't focusing on building his career. Let's just say that. Um, but yeah, a Chrome member again giving you props for doing an amazing job at your age, which I totally agree, man. Like this is, I mean, the stuff that you're doing, like I don't even think I could deal with all of this at once now. And you said that the team was funded in 2013, so that means that like you were even younger at that time.
Oh yeah, I was say about 12 years old, turning 12 maybe.
Did you even know what you were getting into at that time?
At the time, no, because like my friend, he showed me probably the first thing that got me into competitive, Optic Scumpy. And he at the time, he was only 14, 15 years old. So seeing him that young and seeing him going out there grinding every day, winning championships, like winning tournaments all the time, I kind of knew what I wanted to go into and how I wanted to go into it, but I didn't know exactly what I was going to get into and the amount of dedication and hard work it takes to build a successful esports team and a successful brand.
Who's showing you like all of this? Like where did you learn how? Like is someone showing you the ropes as far as the responsibilities? Because there's adults my age and even older that still don't possess these type of responsibilities that you're showcasing right now. Like where are you learning all this stuff from?
Honestly, I would say for leadership, again, my mom, but for leadership as in an esports team, I always look to Justin Chandler, or most of you guys know him as Costin, just because his sit down videos, and he explains how he runs his organization, and not don't want to say there's a right and wrong way to, but he explains the best way to do it, what to look for whenever it comes to teammates, and what kind of teammates you want to be on your team and what kind of players you want to have playing for you. So I mean, I looked to him for basically a lot of my answers. I know like I can't ever talk to him personally, or like I'm not big enough to contact him on a personal level, but I'm there, every video watching, seeing what he says about certain topics, and I think I kind of just got everything from him, mainly.
Get some feedback. Like you might be in a windy spot right now.
Oh crap! Hold up. Let's see here. Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yeah, cup the phone. Cup the phone.
I mean, I got earbuds on, so let me just go behind a building really quick.
So would you say that that individual that you're learning all this stuff from, like you, I guess, kind of idolize him, huh? Like, is there anybody else that like you kind of look up to kind of show you the way?
So I
I mean, you're pretty much doing it, but
really, I mean, I would say him for the esports thing, and then how I take my attitude into it. I take it from FaZe Rain. He has, just keep it real. Of course he has the tattoo, just keep it real. He has that attitude to be real with everybody. So, that's kind of probably the other person that I look up to and learn a lot from whenever it comes to like, how to approach things in the esports organization and everything like that.
okay, nice. And like, what about the like? I noticed, you're doing the designs. You're doing you said that I think you said it earlier to me off air before we were live that you're doing the website too.
Yeah, so I mean, last year it was in school. Probably the only thing I learned from my social media class, not gonna lie. But he introduced the class to Wix. So over the about a month and a half ago, maybe two, I made my team's website on Wix, and it's still there. If you go to scarsgaming2016.wixsite.com/scars esports, you know, it's a pretty well like laid out site, and everything on there is really good. But recently, I found a way to get our own URL. And me being me, I wanted it for free, so probably the best way to do it. And so right now I'm in the process of changing over to a website where I can put in my own coding instead of, kind of having a more of a drag and drop feature on Wix.
Okay. I've never heard of Wix. Interesting. I tried looking it up real quick while you were telling me the URL, but I couldn't find it.
Oh, I can send it to you really quick. That's not a problem.
Go ahead and link your Facebook group if you guys want to check out their Facebook group.
Let's see here. How do you go to the chat? That is not a chat. Where's
It looks like a little message bubble.
Oh, okay, here we are. Let's see here. Wix or crap. Scars Gaming 2016 wixsite.com /scars esports.
And Chad, if you guys have any questions, I think Tremuta asked earlier how I found Scars. Scars actually reached out to me. It was shortly after Hazy and the Mobility Gaming crew came on. He reached out and kind of
I love those guys.
he used his age to kind of perk my ears a bit and was like, "Hey, wouldn't it be cool to have a 15-year-old on your show?" I was like, "Yes, it would." So let's see here, and then the second link is the current site.
No, that's the new one that I'm making right now.
Cool.
There's not anything on it mainly.
Sure you
but
don't?
our
You sure you want to showcase that one yet? Just yet?
Yeah, give them a sneak peek of what's coming in.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like just our homepage on there, but
Kind of get a feel for the updated look a little bit.
Yeah, like I have my menu set up, so like you can go click on the stuff for the menu. There's just nothing on there.
Very cool. That's crazy, man. Like you're handling it all.
Yeah, and I'm a one-man team basically. Like the
Yeah,
guy
it
in the
sounds
UK,
like it.
I mean, he helps. He tries to help, but he really can't help that much. And then we do have the other co-owner. He is over 18. I believe he's going on 20 in a couple of months. He deals with the legal stuff for me.
Okay. What kind of legal
that's
stuff do
about it.
you guys have to deal with as far as esports?
Right now, I think really I just want to get into trying to copyright our logo and our name. So I mean, I'm working with him a little bit to see how much that would cost and like what we can do for it. And then legal stuff, like if there's anything that involves money from a sponsor, that would have to go through him also.
Yeah. All right. So, actually, we just got a question in the chat here. In 1 sec. Pro member says, "Where do you see your esports team in 5 years?"
5 years. All right. Let's shorten this answer down a little bit. We'll answer 5 years in a couple of seconds, but how about we go 6 months? 6 months, we will have at least one tournament winning COD team, a team apartment, and starting to branch off in other esports and be fully funded.
You're just doing that in 6 months?
That's where I'm pushing to be in 6 months. No more.
Uh-oh, we just got put on hold again. 6 months he's gonna do all that stuff? We're talking, like... You there? Hello?
Ay, ay, ay.
You gotta quit climbing those trees, man. Stay near the roads, the power lines. Oh, we just lost him again. But like 6 months, and just dedicated. I guess dedication is a word that we could use to describe him. You there? He ended it again. Hello.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What up,
Okay.
Chronix?
Don't
Go
know
ahead.
what just happened there, but
Yeah, we lost you. Then you called, and then we lost you again.
yeah, it's a little bit choppy, but we're working with it. Okay,
So
now
wait. Let's get back to this. 6 months. You're gonna have a winning COD team, a apartment that like a team apartment, and you're gonna be 100% fully funded.
yes, that's what we're
Like, is
pushing
this
for.
already in line? Like, you already got the stuff in works, and you're just kind of like,
This is
are
what we're going with. Um, like right now, I know I said we're in the trial period for this restaurant actually that wants to get into esports. We're in the trial period for them. So, sorry, let me just text my sister. I'm laying in the grass.
are they worried
Looking
about you?
at, I think so.
Uh-oh. They're like, man, he's been
Oh
gone
well,
long. Very
it's whatever.
ambitious. Someone Chronix in chat's like, ambitious guy. Yeah, he's very ambitious. Kron, he makes us look like chumps whenever we try to do esports, man. He
Okay, let's get
like
back to it though.
he's like 150% on top of us right now.
But yeah. So this restaurant, the trial period. Basically, we do good in this placing. We will go into detailed contract about fully funded. They get their 20% of the winnings. Well, they pay for basically almost anything we need. And, it's going to take less than 6 months to prove that with our tournament coming up. But like 6 months, that's the goal, just in case, this one doesn't go too good.
Anything you need, as in like gear, and is that like?
Base,
Go ahead.
anything, travel, hotel, team passes, gear. I mean, we're working on them to see, like, once we after the trial, if they'll supply us gear, because I don't think I think they won't give it to us for our first event because they don't want it to go bad, and then we just have free stuff basically.
Right. Kind of like a little, proving grounds first, and then it's
Yeah,
almost like an
kind of like
internship.
the Amazon Prime, get that 30 days and
Oh, we lost him again. He must be in a bad area. I'm just completely like in awe of this fella right now. Like, this is what he's achieving, and what he's shooting for is just it's simply amazing. And it's something you don't see at all common. And like, I mean, even people my age, you don't see a lot of these in common. Are you there? I hear you.
hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hold on.
It's all right. I can hear you. Hopefully you can hear us.
My tube is like
He keeps calling back. Ron, you lost 100 seals.
sorry, I
Hi.
think that's the last time. That time my grandma called me.
Hey, man, you got to answer those.
Yeah,
I
I don't have a choice.
I have no problem letting you putting me on hold for Grandma. That's totally
Yeah.
cool.
But yeah, I told her that I'd be back in like 45 minutes because she's like, it's 11 o'clock, time to come back. I was like, okay, give me a while. But yeah,
You
so that's
now
basically all.
like living with the like like your parents and your like, and I guess your grandma's pretty close in your life too. Like, do you have a hard time like trying to do like, because a lot of times, especially in the gaming world, your life takes you beyond curfews, beyond like bedtimes and stuff like that. I know I've rarely even hit a decent bedtime. You find a lot of those challenges.
Yeah, for school, my mom, put me on a bedtime 10 o'clock.
Wow.
Um, And a lot of times, I'll be okay. I'll have my laptop, beside my bed. So like I'll get off of the gaming computer, brush my teeth, get ready for bed, go to bed, like get into bed, and I'll put on Netflix on my Chromecast just to make some extra noise.
Okay.
So, and then 90% of the time, I'm either doing schoolwork that I got behind on, or I am, you know, working for the team. So like almost every night, past my bedtime, I'm getting limited time with my family, half of the time, which I mean, that's a bad thing, but sometimes it can also be good because you kind of have to work on your career.
And you
But
break away from some of the stuff that you're having to deal with too at home.
yeah, I mean, for the longest time, like before my mom got married, it was arguing all the time. So I would be happy to be able to, just go get away from everything.
Yeah, I gotcha. And then you would
But
just
anyways,
work past your bedtime and get 2 hours of
bad.
sleep or something.
I mean, I would have to get up at 6:30. I would go to bed normally around 3:30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing that stuff now, and that's just because I have kids waking up in the morning, and you're choosing to do it at such a young age, just because you're go getting, man. You're getting it done.
Yeah.
Man,
I
like I
mean,
only have one, like pretty much one more question for you. Like, but I don't. I think it's a dumb question because I think you've already done this. But I wanted to ask you, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? But it almost sounds like you've already grown up.
well, I mean, being, how I was, I mean, how I had to do it. I mean, kind of having to teach myself the own world because I mean, my mom was there, yeah. Um, but not having a father figure in my life for a lot of it, I kind of, taught myself how I was gonna do everything. So really, I mean, I love, Army. I know everything about it, all the old operations. I watched all the movies, read all the books from soldiers. So in reality, after high school, I am going to go into the Marine Corps, hopefully the reserves. But if I do get into active duty, then I guess I'll be there. Can't really say no once you enlist. But so I'm gonna go into the reserves, do my time in there, get my college out of the way, and then I'm gonna come out. And hopefully through that, I don't have to give up running my team. But do all that and then come out and hopefully do streaming and YouTube for as a full-time job on top of uh, running the team. So really, kind of a split in between what I'm gonna do when I'm older, but it is a definite what I want to do.
Wow. With that and with your attitude, man, like there should be a lot of proud people to have you, serving the United States and being in the service for us, man. It's insane. Chronix out there says never give up, dude. Keep driving. Sisman13, who is my mom, she just now just wants to adopt you. She's just in love with you. So
Hey, I'm free. I do the dishes.
don't say that. That's you'll go ahead and you'll go ahead and start getting an argument started at my parents' house right now with my sister and her. So no,
I
man,
mean,
it's
but
I'm just like I don't
hey,
know. I'm so flabbergasted. Like I don't have the words to describe like what I'm feeling, knowing like what you're doing, and it's just amazing. It's amazing to meet you. It's amazing to to I can't wait to see you become successful at what you're doing, man. Because like, there's no other direction for you. I can just tell right now, like you're headed in good places. So it's awesome. Keep it up.
I mean, a couple of things I gotta address real quick to finish off the question. I know I kind of split it in half, but 5 years, no doubt. Four esports teams competing at the highest level, winning, at least getting top four consistently in every tournament we play in. A
Keep
team house to house at least one team house, like a full house to house either content creators and full teams. If not, we'll have multiple houses for different teams.
The sky's the limit with you. It just doesn't stop. It just keeps going and going.
I know I'm gonna put a lot of my money into it, and I'll probably never see 90% of it back. But at the end of the day, it's something that I can go on and tell my grandkids, like, you can do anything you want. I was doing this at 15. You can do this when you're 10. Like, giving them, I'm giving myself opportunities, but I'm also giving them opportunities, for future grandchildren if I ever have them, and just anybody that I run into.
Crazy. You're already thinking of grandkids, dude. You should be enjoying. You should be enjoying life, living out in the woods, hanging out right now, and here you are talking about your grandkids and the life that you want to show them.
Like, well, whenever I have kids, to start off, whenever I have kids, I had a mom that raised me. For them, I want my kids to have a mom and a dad. I don't want to ever see them have to see us, have my kids see me and their mom struggle. Because, there's been plenty of nights where before I started working that my mom was struggling, we ate fast food a lot, so struggling to get food, pay all the bills. Plenty of nights where I've heard her cry and seen her cry wherever I couldn't help. And, I just want to, whenever I have kids, I want to be able to, they won't struggle. They won't see arguing between parents every other night. They won't have to go through, the same struggles that I did. And they won't, have to worry about anything.
Would you say that that's like your fuel for the fire? Your drive?
Really, that is, because, like, I have a girlfriend now. We've been together over a year. I think it's a little bit over 15 months, if not at 15 months almost.
We're getting a lot of wind feedback, by the way.
Are you? Oh. Oops, wrong place. Okay, anyways. Let me stand behind a tree really quick.
No worries.
I
don't want to keep you too long. They're going to send a search party for you. But go ahead.
It'll be alright. There's a bunch of old people. But that's kind of like my fuel for the fire, because, like, I've been with her a while, and I think I can be with her forever. We're amazing for each other. She loves video games. She supports me. She is a hard worker just like me. So at the end of the day, I don't think that, like, my fuel, it comes from, future kids that I'm going to have, hopefully, one day, and having them not have to struggle, or seeing split parents, or, just a, kind of like a cracked household.
Gotcha. Well, it's doing good for you, man. Like, keeping that, you got a good head on your shoulders, and I wish you well, and I'm, don't want to keep you too long. Chat's kind of I think chat's kind of in awe too. We've had a couple of people commenting here and there, but before here and there, but before I let you guys go, or let you go, does chat have anything that they want to, like, that I didn't cover? Anything that's on your mind? Here's your chance to learn a little bit more about Scars before he heads back to his family reunion.
Yeah, come on, guys. Throw me some questions. I want something hard.
He wants hard questions. Dude, I gave you like 20 questions, and you just breezed through them. So
hey, new mom, throw me some questions, please. I'm moving tomorrow. I'll take out the trash too.
Crow member doesn't have any at the moment. So where can people, keep up to date on Scars? Like, I know I sent the Facebook page and I sent the websites and stuff, but where are you most active on? The Twitter, or
right now? I'm most active. You can always hit me up on Twitter at ChrisVale10, or on the team Twitter, Scars_esports. You could hit me up on the Facebook page, because I do have the Messenger on my phone, so it would just go straight to Messenger. But really, any way of contacting me that you can think of, as long as you have some way of contacting me in that way, like some way of doing it, I can respond, like if you have any questions, or you can keep up to date, mainly through Twitter and Facebook. If you like don't want to contact me directly. But yeah, really, like I'm free to questions anytime, and ever want to come by and check up on me, just hit me a message, or like, hey, down to do something. Like, I'm just end of the day, I'm a kid too, so I'm down for anything.
Yeah, you guys go out there and follow them. I think they're definitely going to be seeing some exciting things from these guys, this group of kids. Um, yeah, I guess that's it, man. That's all I got. I definitely appreciate you coming out. For those like that are interested also in coming on the show, there's a forum down below on my one of my panels, or if you hit me up on Twitter or Facebook page, there's a forum there as well. That's what Scars did. I asked him, and he was done with the forum in like a minute after me asking him. He's like, done. I was like, that was fast. His response was, you got to be in this industry, and then he goes back to work. I was like,
yeah, I mean, literally right after I submitted it to you, I went back to trying to find players.
that's funny.
Like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of sidetracked while filling it out, trying to find players. No lie.
Well, you did it good. Then yeah. So if anyone else knows people that kind of want to get their name out there and share what they're doing, feel free. Well, Chris, Scars, I appreciate it so much, buddy. Thank you for coming on the show. It was amazing to hear your story. And
thanks for having me, man. I mean, hope to be back in 6 months, maybe.
Hey, you know what? If you're hitting milestones like that, yeah, we'll definitely have you come back and tell us all about it.
I mean, I'll be down to come back whenever. Honestly, just really, if you need somebody for the show, hit me up. I didn't even get into half of detail into like this story, and what's what happened the past 5 months. So I'm always down to come back and go into more detail.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, we were supposed to cover all that stuff, but I guess you were holding back a little bit.
There's a lot of detail. I think we would have to do it a night wherever I don't have to get back to my family.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and on that note, yeah, we definitely gotta let you back. I don't want you for them to be getting any more worried than they already are. I appreciate. Well, thanks again, buddy, and yeah, I think Chrome's throwing out some Doritos and flames and some other emotes. So like, we'll catch you again soon, man. I'll definitely keep in touch and check in on you from time to time. All right.
Hey, man. Thank you. Just want to say thanks again for having me, and thanks to everybody watching. Shout out to my new mom. I'll be there Tuesday morning. Leave the door unlocked.
Yeah, with this kid's attitude, Mom, I don't know if he's kidding around. He might actually be there. So
hit me up. I'll start walking tonight.
Yep. And thanks everybody for coming out again. Late nights every Thursday night, 10 p.m. Eastern here, and yeah, let's I'm gonna start trying to do like tips at the end. So this week's tip is don't run with scissors. All right. Catch you guys later. Peace out.
Yeah, peace out, guys.